Welcome back to another episode of Raw and Real Finance. I and Abhishek today will be discussing about Abhishek's cousin who has scored a free honeymoon by planning his wedding by using the card. And this is a card which is the greatest card of all times.
Yes, the card's name is Axis Magnus Burgundy card, right? And before I tell you what my cousin did, let's discuss the card features a bit.
Certainly, let's get into the details. Let's talk about the eligibility of this card. This card is the most popular credit card in India right now. It gives exclusive perks but only to their Burgundy customers. Axis has listed out few eligibility criteria. Only those people can have this Burgundy Magnus card. The first one is you should have an average monthly balance of rupees 10 lakhs. This can be in form of saving account. Second is you can have an average monthly balance of rupees 10 lakhs in form of saving as well as your current account. Third one, to have total relationship value of 30 lakhs which can be in form of saving account, current account, fixed deposit and insurance. The fourth one, total relationship value of more than 1 crore in form of a demat holdings. This can be in equity investments or bond investment or any other investment in form of demat. Apart from these criteria, even if you're a salaried guy and having a net salary credit of more than 3 lakhs, you can get Axis Magnus Burgundy card if you get the credit in this Axis bank account.
Exactly. And once you have the Burgundy status, you can ask your relationship manager to upgrade your regular card to a Magnus Burgundy card. The card now is being charged at 30,000 rupees plus GST fee. It was initially offered as lifetime free to its Burgundy customers, but now Axis is very strict in terms of holding the fee to the customer. Also, in case you don't maintain the TRV or the AQB or the salary account, then you'll be downgraded to a regular Magnus card, and then you will lose out on the earnings ratio as the earning ratio gets lower to 5:2.
Yep. So let's talk about the features and benefit. The standout feature of Axis Magnus Burgundy card is 5:4 reward points transfer to leading hotels and airlines partners which Axis has collaborated. This includes popular domestic and international airlines as well as chain like Marriott, Accor, Wyndham. Now let's look into their reward structure. The Axis Magnus Burgundy have two-tier reward structure. The first one is the basic reward. Second is Accelerated Edge Reward Program, famously called AEP. Now the base reward of this card is on every 200 rupees spent, you get 12 edge rewards, which translates into 6%. When you use 5:4 ratio, it translates into 4.8% reward rate. However, things become very interesting with the Accelerated Edge Reward Program. When you spend more than 1,50,000 in a month, AEP kicks in, which basically means for every 200 rupees you spend, you get 35 edge reward points. That is whooping 17.5 reward rate. And when you use 5:4 multiplier ratio of transfer, it becomes 14% return on spends. And the best part of this card is technically there is no upper cap on earning points, which basically means you can earn as many as points on your spends with no limit.
That's insane. And this is exactly the feature that my cousin used. So he was using this card for a while because he has a salary which is being credited into the Axis account, and he has been holding the Magnus Burgundy status for last 1.5 years. So what he simply did was he redirected all his wedding expenses as much as possible onto his card, right? So the biggest expense for a wedding is usually the venue and jewelry. So when you look at venue, he booked a hotel banquet for 9 lakh rupees, but the payment was made in parts. So he was making a payment in tranches, which he spread over 3 months, and that was 5 plus 2 plus 2 lakh rupees. The next biggest expense was jewelry. Now, since jewelry is an excluded category in Magnus Burgundy card, therefore what he simply did was he started to purchase gift card vouchers from different websites like Tata Neu, Amazon, Flipkart, and he continued to accumulate debt over a period of 4 to 5 months. And you also normally get some 1 to 2% discount on these gift vouchers. Next, what he did was he purchased all the jewelry that he wanted to do at the end of the period, and he used all the gift cards that he had accumulated. Similarly, there were expenses like florists, decorators, gifts and presents for relatives. Then he also had to purchase some new furniture for his new house, etc. So all those expenses cumulatively, he continued to purchase over a period of time, some via voucher, some directly. But that's how he accumulated over 31.5 lakh rupees, which you can see on the screen. Besides the wedding expenses, he also had regular spend of 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees. So assuming that he was spending around 75,000 rupees, he had spread over the remaining few months. Since he is also salaried, so he wanted to spread down the expenses rather than taking a big hit into 1 month. Otherwise, he would have even got more points under the accelerated earnings program.
Thanks, Abhishek. We understand this was his plan to spend this much money on the wedding and spreading it over across few months. But how did he accumulate so many points so that he can plan a trip?
So let's get down to the math. So as you can see on the screen, he was spending 75,000 rupees as a regular monthly spend, including his rent, right? So since July, he has started spending. So every alternate month, he was trying to do the AEP program. And during the AEP program, what he was simply doing is he was trying to maximize the spending that he had to do over his different spend heads. You can see that how diligently he has spread out the spends on his dresses and his booking for the banquet, as well as paying the photographer, etc. Right? And all these were done via the Magnus Burgundy card. On every alternate month, he would continue to do his regular spend. So if you see over a period of, let's say, 8 months, what he did was 4 to 5 months he did the regular spend, and then 4 months he did the AEP. And overall, by spending almost 34.5 lakh rupees, he accumulated almost 5 lakh points. So that's an amazing number of points.
Yeah, that's insane. He has done some smart planning for his wedding by using the credit card and accumulating so many reward points. Now let's understand how he has planned his free honeymoon. But before Abhishek shares the strategy of his redemption, I will ask all my viewers to hit the subscribe button so that they don't miss out such interesting topic in future.
So he had accumulated almost 5 lakh Edge Reward Points. Now there's a big limitation in the Axis Bank Edge Reward Redemption program that you cannot do more than 2 lakh points into a Group A category, which is more premium hotel chain and more premium airlines. Right? Since he was trying to book a trip for Bali via Singapore Airlines, that was one of his biggest limitations. Since he had already accumulated around 2 lakh points before the 2024 ended, so what he smartly did was he moved 1,72,000 points to Singapore Airlines for booking his flight, which will give him 2 tickets for business class from Delhi to Bali. And then the remaining 28,000 points up to 2 lakh balance limit, he moved to Accor for his usage in the next year. So when 2025 happened and his AEP points were credited into his account, he again moved 2 lakh points to Accor for booking his trip. He selected the Peppers Hotel at Bali. This is a 3 BHK pool villa. It's called the Royal Pool Villa, and Peppers anyway is a great brand name within larger umbrella of Accor.
Amazing trip redemption by your cousin Abhishek. Guys, if you are a big spender or any big spends coming in form of either wedding or home renovation or education payment or school payment, this card can be really handy. You can make those payments by this card and you accumulate amazing rewards. And once you collect significant reward points under this card, you can plan a free trip. So it's like killing 2 birds with a single stone. Now here comes a bonus tip. If you're someone who's planning to buy a car, you can use Magnus Burgundy card either to make a down payment or you can buy the car in full. Here what you will have to do, you will have to talk to the dealer that you're planning to use your credit card for the down payment or the full payment. If you use your card effectively, you will be able to make whopping 14% return. You may be required to pay 1 or 2% of the transaction fees. However, you can always negotiate with the dealer and bring it down to 0. So what will happen? You will buy the car and you will get a free vacation by using Magnus Burgundy.
Thanks, Dushank. Thanks for the bonus tip. So before we go further, let me also tell you why I personally like the Axis Magnus Burgundy card so much and its transfer partners. Just looking at the depth of the partners that they have at a global level, you will be really fascinated. You have airlines as exotic as Japan Airlines, Qantas, Air France, United, Aeroplan, right? Which are some of the most precious names and in terms of the reward loyalty programs. And you can practically redeem a trip to any location on earth using some of these airlines.
Yeah, that's an impressive list. Whether you're traveling domestically or internationally, this list of partners help you to get the maximum return on your points and you can have a very good journey.
Plus, if you are into hotels and luxury stays, you also have options like Accor. We have already talked about the Marriott program when we talk about Amex and its reward partners. I should also bring the focus on Accor. Now, the biggest reward returns that you can get from Axis program is on the Accor program. So, because Accor points are valued at a value of 1.8 rupees on a per point basis, so the 14% reward actually accentuates to even higher at almost 25%. So for every 4 rupees spent, you are actually getting back 1 rupee back into your luxury stays.
That's amazing. So let's move into some lifestyle perks and the softer benefits you get with this card. First thing is complimentary lounge access. You get unlimited lounge access either domestically or internationally. In fact, this card also helps you to have 4 guest entries at any lounges across the world. Before we move into the verdict part of this episode, if you found this breakdown really helpful, please like, share and subscribe our channel, Raw and Real Finance, to get access to more such insights into the world of luxury and credit cards. By the way, we haven't touched base upon your luxury redemption to the New Zealand, Abhishek.
Yes, so probably that story is for another episode, but if you really like our channel and you really like this story of my cousin and how he maximized his reward points, stay tuned for the story that I will tell you that how I sponsored my New Zealand trip last year, which was a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, now let's move to the big question. Is Access Magnus Burgundy a worthwhile card?
So let me tell you my side. So in case you are already a Burgundy customer, this is a no-brainer. So Access initially gave this card for free as a lifetime free card, and that is when I took it. But even if let's say you have massive spends coming in terms of holidays, in terms of school fee payments, or in terms of any big spends like home renovation or a car purchase, this is a no-brainer card. So in case you can plan intelligently, let's say few months you can do in a year under the accelerated program, you can easily take this card and make the money worth out of it, and therefore it's a must go. However, if you are not a big spender or you have already spends which are in the excluded categories, then you can probably look at the smaller travel spend cards, which are like the Amex Platinum Travel Card or the Access Atlas. You can find the videos in our description and you can have a look at those.
Agree with you, Abhishek. But your cousin really went ahead. He did smart planning with his credit card to fund his entire wedding, and he scored a free honeymoon. That's the real fun.
Exactly. But that's not all. Let's not forget about the exclusivity of this card, right? This card gives you access to a world of luxury and exclusivity, and therefore it's a must-have card in case you have big spends coming. Until next time, keep swiping, keep saving.